What's going on, y'all? I want to welcome you back to the Raw Report. And today, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever looked around and felt like everybody got the instructions, but you? Kind of like they handed everybody the playbook, the blueprint, and on a day when you wasn't there, they just gave everybody the way to move forward. I used to feel like that too. I basically felt like nobody sat me down and showed me how to be a man. I had to figure it out the hard way, the wrong way. I made all the wrong turns, all the bad choices, all the bad decisions, all the bad dead ends. And that's kind of why I do this now. I want to get on here and help y'all and try to help y'all not make the same poor choices that I made because I didn't have nobody to show me or give me a blueprint or show me the map forward. And that's why I'm here. So I want you to see this and consider this kind of like your map. Some of y'all, depending on the age, some of y'all be trying to act grown, but you know you're still a kid, but you're trying to act grown because you feel like you have to act grown because you gotta fend for yourself. Believe me, I know it. I've been there. You feel like you don't have protection, so you gotta act grown. Then we got another group that's everybody always asking you, what's your plan? You know, that's pretty much like when you're about to be out of high school or something. What's your plan? What you want to be? And at the end of the day, you really want to just tell them, you just trying to survive this week. What you mean, what's my plan? Ain't nobody showed me no plan. Ain't nobody gave me no roadmap. I get it. Believe me, I get it. I've been there. And then, once you say 19, 20, maybe you got bills, maybe you got a kid, it might be relationships, maybe you don't have a job. And at the end of the day, like I said, without a map, no blueprint, nobody never showed you how to get out of that. And it's difficult. Like I said, it's crazy because it feels like, especially now with social media, I guarantee you, y'all thinking that other people got it together, people that showed these other people the way, and it might be. But for the most part, nobody sits, especially when you grow up without a father. Like I tell y'all all the time, my father got killed when I was like 10 years old. So I had to figure it out. I was out here running the streets at 13. And I was running with people 6, 7 years older than me. So they was grown and I'm 13. And I had to figure it out. And a lot of times I got burned trying to figure it out. But I understand that I went through all that so you guys don't have to. So basically what I'm saying is, just because you don't have a map don't mean you have to keep going through life without no structure. It's up to you to find your own structure. And y'all already know, I'm gonna tell y'all, it starts with God, but I'm just saying. First, I remember, I'm trying to think, one of the first decisions I had to make, that was a grown man decision that I wasn't technically ready for, but I didn't have nobody to ask. And for me, I know it's gonna sound harsh, but I say it for just being honest with y'all. It was like when I was 15 and I decided I'm gonna sell drugs because my mama couldn't give me no money. She couldn't do nothing. And then working a job wasn't an option because he wanted me to catch 4 or 5 buses and I wasn't doing all that. So, like I said, that was a grown man decision. Was it the right decision? No. But for me at the time, with no instruction, no map, that's what I had to do. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have a manual. It was just me and my feelings. And in my head, I was thinking like, I gotta get it. So I jumped in the game. You know what I mean? And I had some great teachers, but it's still, at that age, that's a grown man game for a kid to be thinking that it's okay for you to be doing that. But my my reason for even bringing all this up is I want y'all to understand. You don't feel lost because you're dumb or weak. You basically feel lost because nobody has given you a map. Nobody. Nobody's telling you how to be a man. Because nowadays they have this, I guess they call it their red pill, blue pill stuff, trying to make you into this toxicity, this toxic man. And that's the wrong information if I ain't never heard it. It's gonna lead you nowhere fast. So keep listening to it if you want to, and I'm telling you off top, that's not what it is. The things that nobody taught you. They didn't teach you how to handle anger without swinging or screaming or fighting or even shutting down. A man will teach you that. Or somebody who's been through it can teach you that your anger is really emotions. You gotta check them. Men, we're more analytical. We don't think with our emotions. That's what women do. Something else nobody taught you. They didn't teach you how to talk to women with respect or standards. And I know that sounds crazy coming from me because, well, I can't say that because they've always taught me how to talk to women. They didn't teach me how to respect women. But I knew how to talk to them. That's easy. But I understand what it's like for a young man to not know how to talk to women and not have to respect and feel like you have to respect or have standards. Another thing they didn't teach you how to bounce back after you fail. After you failed that game, after you failed that test, after you failed in a relationship. If you don't have a map, who gonna teach you how to bounce back? They didn't teach you how to actually talk to God. And I ain't just talking about posting no Bible scriptures grandma and them said or that you done heard. I'm talking about how you can actually talk to God. And how that shows up in us as men or young men in our lives. We in school, we clowning all day, so nobody see that you're scared or that you're sad. And I feel for you because I know that feeling. Acting like you don't care about nothing. Now this is me to a T. I used to always act like I actually convinced myself that I didn't care. Because when you say you don't care, nobody sees that you're trying, but since nothing ever goes your way, it's just like you get that hard attitude, man, I don't care. And it's sad because it's not that you don't care, it's just you just need somebody to give you a roadmap or answer the question so you don't have to make these tough life grown man decisions by yourself. And then another way it shows up is you start hopping from thing to thing, job to job, girl to girl, idea to idea. And then I'll even go here with you. When you're doing all those things, all you're doing is spreading yourself thin. You never actually staying solid and building anything. And what it does is like I said, think about anything. If you spread yourself too thin, you never can actually feel whole about nothing that you're doing. And I'm here to tell you, you're not broken. You're just undertaught. Nobody has taught you that. And I know firsthand because I actually went through it myself. Like literally. Like I keep telling y'all, I jumped off the porch very early. I was doing grown-up stuff early in the game. And one thing I would tell all y'all, especially the younger ones, don't be in a rush to be grown. Because once you get grown, ain't no going back. There is no other level past being grown. So if you still got some, just saying, if you 15, 16, 17, 18, and they still letting you be a kid as long as you possibly can, man. I'm trying to tell you. Because that's where it's at. When you don't have to worry about nothing, you got to worry about responsibility and your parents feeding you and taking care of you. But as soon as you take on that man responsibility and you start wanting to be a man, showing out and acting out, it's time to get a job. It's time to do something and then from then on, it never goes back. You're grown from that day on. And you can be grown. Like I said, I was pretty much grown at like 15, even though I was still in school. Because everything I was doing, even though I was in school, I was doing all grown-up things. And I don't want to say because I didn't miss out on my childhood, but I wasn't a child no more. I wasn't innocent, I guess. I don't know how to say that. But one thing I will say is the Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Not lack of talent, not lack of drip, but lack of knowledge. So that translates into you're not broken. You just need a map. You need somebody to show you the way. And that goes into coaches, mentors. We got to stop trying to hold this stuff in ourselves. And I'm just going to be honest. I can't fix your whole life in one episode just talking about it. I just want to get it through to you. But I can give you a starter map so you can stop walking in these circles. You can't get directions if you keep lying about the locations of where you at. So the first question you need to do is ask, where are you at now? Maybe it looks like nobody's listening. Maybe you're mad and don't know why. Maybe you're trying to be grown because being a kid feels like it's weak. Maybe your coach said you talented, but you lazy. That's a deep one. I'm gonna have to hit on that one later. Maybe your moms think you don't care, but you're really just tired and confused and don't really have no direction. You don't have no map, no blueprint. Maybe you feel behind and everybody your age is doing better than you. That's what social media sells. Everybody's doing so good. That's all lies. Maybe work is trash and your money funny. Everybody worry about the economy and you're scared to say that you just lost. I get it. You lost. But you're not really lost. You're trying to keep it all in and all you got to do is ask for help. Somebody's out here willing to help you. I'm out here willing to help you. Right here, you see the QR code. Tap into the community. It's a free community. Any questions you ask, we here to help you, man. Because like I said, I wish somebody would have gave me some help, pointing me in the right direction, because it's not as hard as y'all think it is, but you make it hard when you try to get it out the mud and do everything yourself. Because that's one lie that they've told us, that you got to do it yourself. They don't do it themselves, so why you got to do it yourself? I want y'all to ask that. You shouldn't have to. But the first thing I need you to do right now really is ask yourself, what is your truth right now? What's the truth that you're telling yourself right now? Every single map has 2 points. Here, which is where you are now, and there. What is it going to take for you to get there? What got you here is not going to get you there. So, right now we know we're here. Now the question is, what is it going to take for you to get there? When people say your name in 5 years, what do you want them to picture? Do they say you was solid or you was the joke? Do they have respect for your name? Can people count on you or do you always fold? Do you show responsibility? Do you want to actually know God or do you just want to drop his name in the little memes and stuff that you post? Do you want to actually have faith? Do you want to leave a legacy? You want your little brothers, your nephews, your future kids? Do you want them to say he showed me how to be a man or he's the reason why I messed up? That's all up to you. The Bible always says, trust in God in all your ways and he will direct your path. That's God saying that. That ain't me. Trust in God in all your ways and he will direct your path. So, what I'm saying is, even the greatest hoopers needed a coach. You out here trying to run your life 1-on-5 with no coach, no team, no playbook. And I'm not talking bad about you. Believe me, I'm telling you, I've done it. I've been there. I know the pain that you're carrying, but you don't have to carry it. That whole being self-made, man, that is garbage. That's some cultural, they saying it in the music, I'm self-made. They trying to hype you up to live your life and not rely on other people. every successful person had a coach, a mentor, a big brother, an uncle, or they had pain. The pain that taught them the hard way. And for me, I learned the hard way. Pain taught me everything I know. And that's why I'm trying to give back to y'all so y'all don't have to go through every single step or every single pain that I went through to get to where I'm at. And I still got further to go, but I feel like I can help y'all, especially the younger brothers, because you don't have to go through that pain alone. But you need at least one person, which is what I wish I had when I was young. I had some male OGs and all that, but I don't know if I was really trusting them with the truth or being able to tell them the truth, because it felt like weakness to open up and tell them that I felt like this or I felt like that. And then you need one person who's trying to grow with you, one brother, your age, somebody that's trying to grow with you. You need a source. For me, nowadays, I would tell you it's the Bible. But a lot of you guys, and that's another thing I need to speak on too. A lot of the Bible seems like a hard read, but most of y'all are trying to read the New King James Version, and that's hard for most first time readers of the Bible to read. So I'll tell you to start with the NIV version, so you can get an understanding before you go to the New King James Version. But you need to search. I say the Bible, but it could be a book, it can be a program, it can be this podcast, something that stretches you weekly to get your mind going, to start shifting you in the right direction. Because all of this stuff is mental. It's all in your head. If you say you can't, you can't. If you say you can, you can. But it's all up to you. And that's really what I'm on this show trying to tell y'all. This ain't background noise. This is basically like a film session for your life, what I'm on here talking about. God is not the author of confusion. So if your life feels like it's a maze, that's not God's design. That's you living life with no map. His word is a lamp to your feet. That means he usually shows you the next step, not the next 20 years. He shows you the next step. You want the whole blueprint, but you ain't even moved on the first step. And like I said, God shows you the lamp to your feet. So it's going to be one step at a time, but you got to move the first step. The world gave you confusion. God gave you a compass, but it's up to you to choose which way you go follow. It's up to you. I can't do it for you. You got to do it. So basically, what I'm saying, young king, is it's not your fault nobody gave you a map. But if you stay lost on purpose, especially after hearing this, that's your choice. You can't blame nobody else. So what I want you to do today, I want you to write this line and finish it. Right now, the truth is what? Whatever that means to you. Today, the truth is what? Say it to yourself. Then, the second thing I want you to do, write this line and finish it. The man I want to become is what? Whatever that is for you. Write it down. I want you to write it down, because once you write it down and see it, you're putting affirmation to what it is you actually trying to bring into fruition. And then the third thing I want you to do is say to God in your own words, God, I'm tired of guessing. I'm tired of pretending. Show me my next step and give me the strength to take it. Simple as that. Those three things that you can start to do to your own, do in your own life to start moving forward. And y'all already know what I like to say. First, like I said, if y'all need community, they go to the QR code right there. Click on it, sign up. Like I said, we in there trying to help whoever who need help, ask questions you want to ask. But y'all already know what I like to say. You can send me a comment or something, I answer questions, whatever. But y'all already know what I like to say. Stay real, stay raw, stay grounded in your faith, and walk boldly in your purpose. And until the next time, y'all, I'm out.